So here's the mini keyboard thingy, mini 3-key mechanical keyboard. I believe that's what it's called on Temu. So you can assign any keys on your keyboard to any of these individual keys, including this knob. You can assign anything to this knob, and the knob it also has a push down key underneath it. So it has the colors. You can change the colors to whatever color you want. Like on this image, it shows red. It comes with a manual. The manual doesn't really do much, but on the manual you have this site to visit. So on this side, you can't see the keyboard right now because it's not plugged in, but once I have the keyboard plugged in and I initialize it, it will show these 3 keys plus the volume knob. You can assign any keys from this side to the mini keyboard, whatever keys you want. Let me go over now to SolidWorks so we can see it. So we're in SolidWorks. We have the knob, this really big knob here. I have assigned it here. Let me hide this temporarily. So the knob is right here. So I assign this to the ATS or ATS, Euro truck, American truck. I assign this to the volume, sorry, not to the volume, to the wiper. So once I rotate this knob, this is 3D printed. Once I rotate this, it will either increase the speed of the wiper or reduce depending on which direction I assign it to. So on the three keys on the mini keyboard, these 3 keys, you can see all 3 of them underneath here. There's 1, 2, and 3. So this third one I have assigned to the handbrake on ETS, which is, I think, is the E button. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what it is, but you can assign from the ETS. So this is my handbrake on ETS. So when you pull this knob up, let me adjust the screen. When you pull this knob up, it clicks on the button, and then your handbrake is activated or deactivated. The second key is to start the engine, which is activated by this big knob over here, push to start. Underneath this button, let me hide this for a second. It's spring loaded. So the spring helps to return this back to the starting position and gives you like resistance when you push to start. So when I push this down like this, if it will allow me to push, I'm not sure why it's not responding. No. 1 second, sorry. I'm not sure why it's not responding. I think my mouse is malfunction. Okay, here we go. So when you push this down, this activates the start and stop button to act. Not that. This is all over the place. I'm sorry. Not sure why this is happening right now. Doesn't allow me to click that. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, here we go. So we can push this down to, the spring is not animated, so it doesn't react to my movement. So when we push this down, this in turn pushes on the middle button on the mini keyboard to start the engine. And now to start the electrical of the engine comes this part. I modeled the keyhole here, but you don't really need the keys. You can just grab this and rotate. It will do the exact same thing, but it's fun to have the key right there. So when you insert your key, by the way, this key slot is spring loaded right here. So you have to push this back a bit inwards and then you turn. Without pushing it back in, you cannot turn the key. That's how I put it. But you don't have to have the spring in there if you don't need it. So when you insert your key, you turn this knob, and this turn in turn pushes this cam profile right here. This in turn presses onto the first key on the mini keyboard, and that turns on the engine of your vehicle. So there are 4 keyholes up here. 1, 2, 3. Let me get that out of the way. And 4. So you can screw this down to the board if you prefer, like I did. And also, before I forget, there's a section right here. Let me get this. This section through this case is for you to have access to plug the USB Type-C to the mini keyboard through this opening here. It comes with the USB Type-C right here. You plug it in and it gets power. So let's go into the truck simulator and show you how it works. So here is the actual product from Temu. It has these 3 clicky keys on it. I hope this is in focus. Here's the product here from Temu. It has the USB port right here behind, so you can see from the screen. It has the 3 keys, and I can take them off because I don't need them on this start vehicle thing. You can also take this knob up if you want to. This is how it is. But I like to keep this knob on here. This knob you can click, you can rotate. This is how I wanted it in the truck game. Without the keys on top, makes it easier to click on. It has some nice light bars underneath here. You can change the colors to whatever you want with the link in the manual. It comes with this box and a USB cable. I hope this is in focus. Okay, much better. So it comes with the keys. I remove the keys. There are 3 of them. You can click on it. And the middle knob has a click here as well. You can rotate. Let me plug this up and show you. So here's the USB cable it came with. I'm going to plug this on. See the nice lights. You can change the light colors to whatever you want. I'm using this for now. It's nice transparent color. Kind of blinding, but cool. Let me attach this into the case which we are supposed to 3D print. I will bring that up 1 second. So here is our 3D printed part. You can see it's held together by hot glue gun because they're in parts. And this is the section where you run the USB cable through. You can see the hot glue gun. I did a messy job, but it's fine. You have some screw holes here to hold them. Screw them in place if you want. This knob push to start. I don't know if you can see this. It's spring loaded inside. I hope you can. And when you click this down, it returns its original position, as you can see, because of the spring. This is the key here, just a key, a random key. You can see the keyhole. You don't really need it actually. You can actually push this to turn if you want, if you wish to. See, I can push it in and it turns. I can just insert the key inside. Then I can turn to start and I can turn up. It's spring loaded back here as well. And there are some metal pieces in here. This is the handbrake. There's no spring. This simply will be returned by the keys on the mini keyboard. There's a pin right here, if you can see, that holds this in place. Spring loaded, spring loaded. Let me insert this and then we come back. So here is the 3D printed part that we need. And here is the part from Temu. So you simply slide this bit in here, making sure it sits properly. There you go. There you go. Now it's in place. I can lift up my handbrake, assign whatever you assign to this. Once you click this works. When I click the push to start, when I turn the knob to start, I don't know if you can hear the clicky. You can see this going up and down right here, right here. Sorry, I knocked the camera there, so you can see. So let's get into the game. I also forgot to mention this part. This is to turn on and off the wiper on ETS or ATS, whichever one you want to assign. You can use this as volume as default. And also you can click if you wish to. Are we rolling? Yes, we are. So you can see on your screen, I have the truck up. The truck is up. And you can see at the bottom of the screen, you see the Temu item in place of the case, and USB is plugged in. So I'm gonna start the truck for you to see. So we have our key in here. Here's the key. We're gonna insert the key right now. Key inserted. So in order to start the truck, just like usual, you push it in, you turn it. You can see from your screen the truck is on. And let's test the handbrake. When I pull the lever up, you can hear the sound, you can hear the handbrake go off and on. Active and deactivated. Handbrake active, handbrake deactivated. So I'm going to start the truck with the push to start option, and I push this down. You can hear the truck come to life. I'm going to rev the engine a little bit. There you go. So I'm going to put the truck off to show you. Off, the truck is off. Electric's on, electric on. There you go. Sorry. Handbrake active, deactivated. And push to start. Here we start the engine again. You can hear the engine roar to life. And I'm going to accelerate. And I'm going to put the truck back off again. There you have it.